Hi, following the previous part, which I had to stop because it didn't show the names, I found out, I noticed that I forgot to define this line here in this example, okay? I'm going to put them both so you understand what it means each one of them. When I, when I first acquire the reference of the recycle view, the recycle view is a very generic visual element. It can be used for many things. If we do not define the layout manager, the layout kind of the type of layout we want to use, we won't know how to show the data by default. We have to define what kind of order we want to give to the elements. There are many kinds. For example, by doing this line here, we are telling him that the layout manager should be a linear layout manager. Okay, linear means to create a list. Okay, if I go here, I copy the second option, which is, let me copy, sorry, the grid layout manager. What it allows me is to show it instead of in a list, it will show it in a grid. And we're now going to show the difference, okay, with context and let's say 4 columns. Okay, they have to be an assertion here and here. Okay, let's do this. If I do this, it will show me here the names in columns. You see, Mike, Isaac, Danny, Kelly, which are like cards. Okay, if I do this, it will show me, okay, the names one above the other. The problem that right now I have is that because I'm inside the core scoring activity, there is some kind of I have to move it here. I first have to move the element, and then I have to move it like this. You see, it's not the best. I mean, obviously, I have to fix it, but eventually there are many design options here. But basically the idea is that it's working. Okay, we have the names, the repetitive elements that change Merlin, Kelly, the text. If we want to define, for example, change the style of the text, I don't know, make it bigger, or make text color. We have the size. I'm not sure where's the font size. Text font size. Let's put it like 36. Let's put the theme. No, the style bold. Okay. If we do this, what we're telling him is that for each name, repeat the same style one after the other. Mike, Isaac, da 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 da. So you see. Now, if I put an image, for example, that's also an option. Let's put an image so you can see how it looks like. Where is the image view? And I choose, for example, the UCGC icon. The problem that we will have, yeah, this is another problem. Inside the card, I recommend you right now, if you want to start developing this much further, to put the constraint layout. You can always put one and then move this inside, so we can have some kind of order, because this is it is a bit chaotic. What we will do is to change the size of the text layout. We're going to put it linked to the top corner and the here like this, and the icon, let's leave it like that, and let's make some kind of a relation between these two. Okay, end of image, start of that. So now if I execute this, it will all have, I can always make it bigger, like this as well, so it like the same size. But okay, let's do it like this. The problem. Now each one of them will have the icon of the UCGC. Now the idea will be to make some kind of, this is much more complex. We'll do it with the Firebase. When we get to the connecting this with Firebase, I will show you how to, for example, add the avatar of each user. But initially, as you can see, you can define the element as much as you want, that it will look like as the way you want to. Okay. And with this, we finish the first, the list fragment element. In the following part, we will get to the advanced list elements. We will add the Firebase to all these elements, so it shows a list of users, a list of products, a list of things.